Now look at this report from Congress where they are going after information about the CIA's programs under George Bush. We now have Obama protecting George Bush. What's up with that? CIA employees face a new inquiry amid clashes on a detention program. Complaints from members of Congress that CIA employees were improperly monitoring the work of staff members of the Senate Intelligence Committee, according to government officials with knowledge of the investigations. Now, of course, what they're doing is they're now telling these people that they're looking at their employees. This is the Senate committee that oversees the CIA, and the CIA doesn't like what they're doing, so they're telling them or threatening them or letting them know that they're being watched by the CIA. Of course, they're being watched by the NSA and the CIA when they tell you that you're being watched, like they did to Reuters, AP. That's when you know that they're trying to merely intimidate you. Why are they trying to intimidate them? Well, we had a report about abuses by the CIA and interrogation, torture, other acts that they had done. A very large report that was put out nearly a year ago. And of course, the CIA came back and said, well, that's not true. That's very inaccurate. Then they found out just in December, Mark Udall found out that there was actually an internal report that the CIA had done that corroborated that report. The CIA is very angry that that got out, and so now they're attacking the Senate staffers. Do you see how this is working? It's exactly like what they did with the Snowden document leaks. Instead of hiding from the fact that they were caught doing things illegally, what they do is they attack the whistleblower. They get aggressive coming after the whistleblower, even if the whistleblowers work for the Senate Intelligence Committee that's supposed to oversee the CIA. Now we have a Second Amendment activist in Connecticut has been warned cops and politicians, quote, want you dead. Now, this is an activist who sent a 16,000-word letter to officials in Connecticut warning them that any attempt to initiate mass gun confiscation would result in a tragic bloodbath. And he was warned by other state police. He said that told him there were cops and politicians who wanted him dead. And what he's pointing out, he's got a group called the Three Percenters, and he's saying, even though many people estimate it's over 300,000 firearms have not been registered, he says, let's go with the figure of 100,000. And if only 3% of those people resisted, would you want to start a war with them? He made it very clear that they're not going to fire first because they don't want to lose the moral high ground, but they will defend themselves against criminal actions. And of course, gun owners and people who support the Second Amendment are favorite targets of fusion centers.
My friends, Alex Jones here to tell you about some of the most important information concerning you and your family's health. Radiation levels have more than doubled in the last 60 years in the Northern Hemisphere from all of the nuclear testing and radiological accidents. Radioactive contamination is now in most of the food supply. There's only two ways to avoid this. Move south of the equator or properly protect your thyroid with Nascent Iodine. Looking to protect my family, I've done deep research. Nascent Iodine is the purest, cleanest, absolute best form of iodine to protect yourself and your family. It's made right here in the USA, completely non-GMO. I searched out the best quality and now have developed a double-strength form of Nascent Iodine, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Nascent Iodine is on record as one of the only safe ways to detox from fluoride poisoning. Survival Shield Nascent Iodine. Secure your super high-quality Nascent Iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.